Okay, it has been 30 minutes, so we're gonna do the fun part. As you can see, we're a little bit full, just a bit. We're gonna hit this with the immersion blender again and make a huge mess. Now don't worry too much about over topping your pumpkin, and that's why you have the bowl here for one thing. And secondly, it's not like you're going to lose any of that. When we're done, we're going to dispose of the shell of the gourd, and we're going to reserve everything that's inside of it for leftovers. Now the trick here, oh my god, I can't believe I did that again. The trick here is to try to use the immersion blender to get the meat off the inside of the pumpkin. And as you work your way down in there, you're going to be incorporating all of that pumpkin flesh, now hopefully well cooked, into your soup. We need to brace it. And I say that this is tricky because the skin, this is a sweet, actual like pie pumpkin, and so the skin on it is rather thin and is very easy to puncture, which you don't want to do, because then you will just basically empty everything out into your casserole pan, or your bowl, I guess in this case. You also don't want to get too far down into the bottom, because then you'll puncture the bottom and then everything will drain out into your bowl. Just to recap, I did pull this out right after the last video and added in some thyme. Now, the recipe does call for fresh thyme, which I don't have. I don't have a lot of things for this. Anyway, what you should be aware while you're cooking with herbs and spices, if something calls for a fresh anything is great because it's fresh, but the dried version will always be more potent because it's kind of like it's been concentrated. So I would use at most 1/2 of the measure of a dried herb versus the fresh herb. See, now I could feel down in there that I'm hitting something. I think I'm actually grinding up the bottom, so I'm going to kind of take it easy here. Got probably a good amount here. So I just need a serving bowl. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get my normal size ladle in there, so I'll use one of my dinosaurs. Depending on how big of an eater you are, this is definitely going to give you at least several servings. I would say this, with accoutrements, would very easily feed a family of 4. I made a dark sandwich rye earlier today. We'll use that for dipping. And then, because I don't have any soup spoons, but wait, I do, you don't have to reserve these for your ramen. So that's it. basically I'll just clean the rest of this out. Essentially what I'm going to do is empty this into the bowl that I'll use in the fridge, and use like either an ice cream like ladle, scooper ladle, not the ball ones, but like the big paddles, or just a large serving spoon with a relatively sharp edge, and just basically scour the whole inside of this gourd and get all of that flesh out. And once I get all the liquid, all the flesh, everything I want to get back into the bowl, I'll probably hit it with a stick blender again. And then that'll be lunch for the next couple of days. So, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Bachelor Chow 2.0. Stay tuned for more.